Good morning and welcome to another episode of Horse and Houses. This is podcast number 2. Today, I'm delighted to introduce a friend of mine and someone very well versed in the polo community, Mr. Janazam here. He is head of polo at Dubai Polo and Equestrian Club. As you can see behind us, this beautiful setting. The grass is repairing, ready for the season. So what we're going to discuss today is everything equestrian, so how it fits and all about the polo and equestrian stabling, horses, competitions, and how it fits into the lifestyle of the UAE. So, without further ado, yeah, Jan, welcome.
You're most welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, I'm here.
It's like our office, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pretty much your office is pretty much my office. So, we'll ask a few questions. I've jotted a few things down. Why has polo become such a defining sport for Dubai's elite now? Why is it so popular?
Oh, it's actually it's a lot of people move to Dubai. Polo is a sport, it's a team sport, and everybody love it. After the Corona, everybody's loved to play outside, and it's a team sport, and it's something unique. And now, in a couple of years, they will see Dubai will be the center of polo. We have four polo club in Dubai now, UAE, and now we are under EMAR building one more Grand Polo Club, and it's gonna be one of the top, and it's gonna.
On that subject, we are actually at the Dubai Polo and Equestrian Club, which obviously we have my horses here, and,
Yeah.
and you've been very helpful and keeping us in a good way. And my horses have a great time here. Um, you mentioned the Grand Polo. Now that's something we would like to discuss, but just give our viewers an understanding because you're very much involved in the designing of it. Giving ideas to Ema. How is that going to compare to this club particularly?
Oh, this is one of the main polo club here in UAE actually, and as a proper family club, and that's gonna be more as less boxes there, less horses there. A different type of we really the design is totally different than other polo club, and it's one of the is beautiful. There's extra is 3 fields instead of we have
You have
two.
3 fields.
We have 3 fields on the new polo club, in the Grand Polo Club. Here we have two only, but we have more than 400 horses. There we can only have 250 across the riding school and indoor arena. So thinking to have one more indoor arena with 3 fields, with one field the light under the light. So it is a difference. It will be beautiful, but this is also the main polo club for us. Is
I mean, I know, having been here for what we've been here for 3, 4 years,
yeah.
3, 4 years as a livery member. And you look just behind us, you've got this amazing fields here. Um, with regarding to the polo side, do you see a lot of the polo members here? Will they relocate to Grand Polo?
Not sure. Yeah, maybe a few, but actually that is the only way because if we build a new one, there is no space. I have 106 people waiting. There's more than 200 horses waiting list.
200 horses.
Yeah, some people will definitely would like to move to the new place. Yep.
Well, look, I'm excited to see it. And as you know, from the horse and houses perspective, from a real estate perspective, Grand Polo is certainly on our radar to the caliber of clients we have. So we'll have a chat about that a bit later. I'd love to just pick your brains about a few things
Yeah.
there. In regards to that, really, in what kind of community has grown around polo in Dubai now? Where do you see as the community now? What sort of people are you sort of attracting now, from grassroots to professionals? What are you seeing in terms of the demographic and who's sort of coming over here to play polo? Give me an insight from the people that you do with on a day-to-day basis.
Actually, to be honest, after the last 3 years, you see the big difference, and especially with the academy, the kids improve a lot. And I will tell you because a lot of people move from Europe and they move to Dubai, and the whole family they start here. And when I start the kids academy in 3 years back, so we were thinking we will have like not many people will join, but I have more than 50 kids playing in the polo academy.
50 now.
Yeah,
That's grown exponentially, right?
yeah, that's after Corona is growing big time, and some of the kids are already playing proper polo. Actually, they're growing.
I've noticed on the weekends they're playing the chuckers, right? They're really
They're proper
competing.
tournaments actually, and they're very well great polo player now. So I noticed everybody like to play polo. Everyone I know is somebody if they can afford. It's expensive game, and you need more horses. You need to be play for the tournament and pay for the pros and all this. It's expensive game, but a lot of people love to play. And
I was going to ask that because as a question, I'm a livery member and we're obviously eventing, show jumping. I know the costs incurred there. It's quite colossal, right? Now, polo is a different level altogether because you don't have one horse, you have multiple horses, right? So just give us an idea of like, what is the minimum, right? So some of the people you have, the minimum horses they have, to let's say the maximum they have. I mean, is there quite a contrast?
Yeah.
Give the viewers an idea of the sort of numbers.
For now, we have in the club the minimum horses people have two, and the maximum we have the person has 50 horses.
50.
Yeah.
Now, I thought I had a bad time. That's a 5-0. So that's a chunky bill at the end of the month, right?
Yeah, of course. They can afford it. They love to play and they want to improve their game. They want to play every tournament. That's the reason they want to keep extra horses. It's depend which level you want to play. You want to continue the whole season. So we share our calendar every season. And the good thing now, the whole club around the UAE, like three polo club, we share our calendar. We share with everyone, all the members. So they're ready. They know what they want. Well, they play which tournament, the low goal, the high goal, and then they prepare themselves for the season. So if somebody just want to play like club checker and small member tournament, they keep the two horses minimum. And some people want to play like a 12 goal, a 2V, and 10 goal, they keep extra horses. So the Polo Club is the only club we have the maximum team playing the here. Like the last year, we had the 9 teams were playing in the
9 teams.
9 teams in the
Wow.
UAE Federation. And the same tournament, the UAE Polo Federation, are looking forward to 12 teams for the coming season.
That's fantastic. So it's growing exponentially. There's another 3 teams coming online.
It is growing first, and also the EMART Cup is going to be the same. Almost 10 to 12 teams playing will be playing the Y Polo Club. So we keep the highest handicap 12 goal. Would like to personally, our experience to have as many team in playing from all around the UAE in our club, and it's best. They love it. They love the field. Field one, you behind us. This was one of the best field in the last season. Everybody like it. We want the same condition, the same field for.
Well, as you can see, if I can, as you look at it, it's pure green. I mean, this takes some upkeep, doesn't it?
Yeah,
And I see the sprinklers on. And just on that point, actually, what I like about Jan and what he's done for the livery members, because technically this is a very polo orientated area.
yeah,
You've given us access to train the horses, exercise the horses on the lap. So for those who don't know, livery, it's nice to have the arenas. We're very blessed for them facilities and hacking. But with this behind us, you've got plenty of air to put the horse on a nice gallop, to take him for a good canter, open the lungs.
yeah.
So we're very lucky. So thank you for that.
You are most
'Cause I
welcome.
know there's a few headaches here and there,
It's
but
not easy.
you manage a lot of not so much egos, but some emotions sometimes.
No, and actually, the problem is we have it's a good problem with a lot of waiting lists. A lot of people love to come to buy Polo Club. It's a family place, and we try our best to look after nice people around here. No complaint. Maybe sometime we have some.
But in any business, there's always going to be a small minority or something, right?
Yeah,
But it's generally a good energy.
it is actually. I love, and due to the many horses with the livery, I mean, we have okay, or dressage arena, main arena. We have some grass arena now again, and we built some extra stables. But sometimes they need some area to go and ride around.
Yeah. And that brings to our next question, actually. And you kindly invited both Alexander and I for a ride in Gantut.
Yeah,
Now, Gantut, for those who don't know, was one of the original polo and equestrian
first one. Yeah,
first one, right?
yeah.
Now, I understand there's some exciting opportunities and exciting vision there by the owners. How do you see comparable with the options that have there to compare to here? Where do you see the USPs in Gantut, for example? Where do you see what does it offer perhaps that we don't offer here? Just as an example.
Actually, it's still it will take time to build some arenas and some riding track, and it's a nice, beautiful place. We actually run through it, and the Polo Club we're working together. The same object, like to improve the polo and to do for everything for all the horse people and polo and riding. So this will take time. They have more field, around 6 field. Polo
I know it's huge, isn't it?
is huge. They have very long track. You can go to Hakan. We had experience last weekend. It was amazing.
That's beautiful.
We have only around the track here. We don't have any more boxes. They do have some extra boxes. They are getting ready, building to riding arena and proper arena. They are going to build that. So they definitely offer some livery people to come and join. Yeah.
Because that's what I was going to ask you, Jan. And I know you've been very helpful in terms of seeing the polo side grow, but you've also been instrumental in helping the livery members grow and invite people in and find space. You always try and find solutions to problems. And especially for me, that this is where the horse and houses sort of correlates for those viewers, is that a lot of people now are leaving Europe and leaving England for various reasons,
Yeah.
high taxation, no security, lack of schooling, and so forth. And they want to come to the UAE. They've seen their friends move here. Now, what would you advise people coming here that have horses and they want to move their horse to the UAE? What advice would you give them? And where would you say if you're just a livery member or a polo member, where would you say the best places to start with? subject to space? Where would you say is a good place?
The best place is Dubai Polo Club is a very family oriented.
Well, logistically, it's fantastic. Very central, isn't it?
Yeah, and very centered, easy access, and we have a lot of facility around here. Anybody want to move to UAE nowadays, and they want to see, they want to bring their horses to this kind of environment like a Dubai Polo Club. They need to work first to see if they have they have a space available or not. Because I see many people, and I don't want them to be like in that situation when they bring the horses stay in the quarantine, and then we don't have a space. The other club, they don't have a space, and they stay somewhere which is
So then they have to the short list. They have to take options C, D, E rather than A and B, right? And I think for those who don't know, coming into the UAE, and we've imported quite a few horses ourselves for the jumping and eventing,
yeah,
is that it's a good 10-day quarantine period, right?
yeah,
They come in for 10 days in the various quarantines, and then obviously it's best to have a box ready and have that infrastructure ready. So your advice would be to come and see and look and feel first and foremost, understand what facilities they have,
yes.
and then obviously they can plan accordingly.
Yeah, that's it. Because even people are ready to happy to pay to us to advance to book the boxes, but we don't have it actually, and we cannot build anymore because we don't want to the place just to building. We want the nice environment for the horses, and so I have maybe some space if we can happy to build, but we don't want actually.
Sure.
We're only thinking to build the temporary boxes, which is I can move the Polo Academy horses to temporary, and then we get the Polo horses to from outside, Polo member horses, and give them boxes there. So that's the only solution for now. Okay.
Yeah, we're a bit stuck for space here, aren't we?
Yeah.
And you don't want to keep space good, so it's not too cramped.
No, we don't want. We want to still keep it nice for everyone.
So, talk about all things polo, and I think you'd be great for people to understand a bit because you're very versed in polo and understanding the you've played yourself and you've worked with some very good professional players. Why are international polo players and families choosing Dubai now as a base?
It's a nice place actually. It's a safe, nice. People are good. Environment is amazing. Security was good. And that's what I'm saying. Everybody's moving, and now all the international players, because they know it's becoming a center of polo. So, and we have a longest season actually from October, November till end of April.
So right through from October
Yeah.
all the way through to end of April, correct?
End of April. So most of the people they love to come. The only challenge what we have the horses actually. We don't have enough horses to rent out. The other club don't have enough, but only few maybe Rantour they have few to rent out. Haptur might have some few, but this not like other country, but it's becoming like the is a center of polo, as I said before. Um, but actually, it's the longest season. Everybody love to have the environment, the security, the facility is nice, and that's why everybody love to move here.
Premium brand, if you wish.
Yeah,
Right, it's where the all stars, if you like. Okay, and I think
good player.
it's Cambiasso, is it?
Yeah,
He's if my minimal knowledge of polo. I know they're the family.
yeah,
The Rolls Royce of polo, right?
yes.
How does the polo scene here compare to Argentina, Spain, and UK, for example?
We are still in like intermediate.
So we say we're not at the bottom, but
Yeah,
we're growing,
we are growing and growing fast.
and the skill levels obviously coming up with the
Of course.
international players coming in.
Yes, that
Because that seems to set the precedent, doesn't it, across Dubai? Dubai has as a goal number one,
yeah.
and we won't settle until we get to number one.
And we well for polo.
And I've just seen the investment. I've seen what your daily meetings arrive.
Yeah.
The people you're bringing in, the caliber of horses coming in now.
Yeah, actually, as I said, my goal is to bring polo and top in from the world. Like we want everyone to come and play in the UAE, from all around the world, and the top player, the best player, and everyone, all the big teams, the big organization. We want them to come to play in Dubai, and they will see how we are, how the field is look like. The field is amazing, the facilities are good, and then everybody love to come here. But actually, it's still, as I said, compared to Argentina, compared to Spain, in England, still we are in the intermediate level.
And the infrastructures now, I think for Dubai, what they do really well, especially the UAE as a whole, when they have a plan, infrastructure is then not an issue. They will create the infrastructure for that to happen, right?
Yeah, actually, we learn from everything. When the Grand Polo Club, I will give you the example, and whatever we are missing or we need something to improve, everything we've done in the Grand Polo Club. So the same, we are trying to help other clubs. So people are building more club around in other Middle East like Saudi and Qatar and around Bahrain.
So the GCC effectively is growing. So there could be like a GCC Cup, so to speak.
So very soon, we're thinking to do one in March at the International Cup, but that would be between the Dubai Polo Club and Antud. So it's look like we would do that very soon. So we'll compare like We might have 6 team to play in from,
Fantastic.
and we work on it. That's the main reason everybody love it, and they come and play here. So because it's growing, and we want the polo best in the world in UAE actually. And
Well, I can see that happening actually very quickly because I've seen the master plan you've kindly shared with me, and obviously you're very close to Ema and obviously well respected. Brings me to my next question actually. How do homes overlooking the polo fields capture both lifestyle and investment value? I mean, this is probably a question that we can ask together. You've been around, you've got a lot of friends here and a lot of owners. For example, a couple of the owners here. How does that captivate? What value add does it have by having a house on the polo field?
it's amazing. You see the whole time. It's very quiet, very nice, calm. You watch polo, the green front always. You watch the green polo field, a nice polo field front of you, and they love it actually. Most of the even if you see only a couple of them, they're playing polo. The other one not even from the polo family in this side,
Yeah,
and they love it. They want to just stay. They love the place, and they come to use the facility here, the Dubai Polo Club, and that's they like it actually. And the Grand Polo Club, the idea to anyone is looking from their house, they won't see any building. They will only see greenery. Is more,
that's incredible. I mean, the only place I recall, if you go to Desert Palm, for example,
yeah,
they've got the villas there beautifully aligned. I mean, it's a great place, but that this and the Grand Polo, when you look at what you're doing, the build quality, the facilities, I've seen the stabling, looks insane.
amazing. Yeah,
Excuse me. So as an equestrian, I'm like, that's where I want to be, right? So I think you can see a lot of people gravitating to the new club eventually. When is that anticipated to be online operation?
uh,
Do we know? Are we allowed
not really. I know, but I can
ballparks?
more 2027.
27 Q1 28, something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
So that gives us what? We're talking about 3 years basically.
yeah.
So that's a
We try
fair.
to push for the fields early. And I hope Imar is supporting with us, and hopefully the polo fields will be ready before.
That's good. So effectively, the sport of kings will
Yeah,
be present there, and then
before
obviously the villas will start to come online, which makes sense.
yes,
Can you start to get that ambience? You can get the feel of the place, and the riders and so forth. The horses settle, and that's the DNA of the area, isn't it?
yes.
Fantastic. And a few other questions I like to ask. I know it's a bit warm today, so thank you. It's a bit we told to go outside. Um, Very good question, actually. Where do you see Dubai's polo and riding scene in the next decade? That's across the board. So let's assume let's say 10 years time. So where do you see, 'cause I see a lot of the caliber of show jumping horses, the eventing horses coming in, the amount of people now are registering to compete. So I can see an upward trend, and I think it's a massive trend in the market now. Where do you professionally see from what you're seeing on a day-to-day basis? Where do you see polo going? Where do you see it all sort of moving to?
As I mentioned earlier, and I'm telling everyone from last year, with my personal experience, how the Polo Academy growing, how the people moving from all around the world to Dubai and UAE because it's a beautiful country, and it's growing a big time. Polo, we are organizing the World Polo Championship next year, and then like a UAE Polo Federation, they are involved. They're helping us. And when we see, if you go to like Polo Academy, and Polo is growing big time because I have more than 100 people in my academy. Now we are working together with the Pantut Polo Academy, so they are growing from their side. So a lot of people in the waiting list want to become a patron, want to bring their horses, want to build the organization, and want to play more tournament in the coming season. So that's the polo side is big time growing. When you come to the show jumping, now you are experienced, you know already there is a no more arena for them. Like it's a lot,
Correct.
it's so busy. The people from other Middle East country, from Europe, they want to move here to bring their horses. But the problem is like we have only one indoor arena in Sharjah and one in Abu Dhabi. So the Grand Polo Club, we are building another one and trying to build as many couple of good.
Now, will that, because I've always said, a big advocate, Dubai needs an indoor arena.
Yeah,
It would be great because you've got some fantastic facilities, EEC up the roads,
yeah,
Emirates Equestrian Incentive. Those that don't know, it's fantastic. Great eventing area, great track, but obviously you just need an indoor, right? That would be perfect. But if Grand Polo does this, are they looking to host events there? Would they look
yeah.
do
Of
they
course, we were looking to host international event, national, international, definitely. Even with the polo, with the show jumping and dressage, that's what we aiming for. This is what we're looking for the Grand Polo Club. the Dubai Polo Club, the only issue, because we can still organize, but we don't have empty space to host people.
That's the challenge, isn't it? We don't have the space for boxes where you're bringing them in. That's the challenge.
That's the challenge, and we have organized amazing event international. There was a lot of people, more than like 100 and 200 participate, but we don't have a space.
Here's a question for you, and this is why I see our business really working very well, and we've got a passion. We call it the one platform, two passion. Horses and houses. How do you personally see? I'll give you my intake. How do you see the integration of sports, real estate, and wealth management evolving? Because they're all interlinked.
Yeah.
Because if you just give an idea, if I may say, let's start low, medium, high. Let's talk about polo horses quickly. So if I'm a starter and I get a polo horse, what am I looking to pay for? What will it cost me to get a half decent polo horse that I can do, the basic with? How much would that cost roughly? Give or take, a good one that's, pretty.
Yeah, it depends which level are you using, but if you want to start one, I'm always I give my opinion, my advice to the new polo who's coming, just like the new polo people. First time when they start learning polo, they don't need to spend a lot. They don't need to buy a lot of horses, like 5, 6, 7
We
horses.
just need a good starter, right?
They need a good start. They buy 1 or 2, and that 1 or 2 is medium level horses. They don't.
What would that cost you in dirhams roughly?
If you're going to from 50,000 to 100,000.
Okay, so we're in. It's so very similar to some of the starters, if you like, for the show jumping.
Yeah.
You got a good sound horse. It's got a good bit of experience, and that's a good starting level. And for those that are listening, those that are interested in polo, I'd highly recommend that give us a message, drop us a line, and I can introduce you to Jan. And Jan will obviously advise you. He's very well connected across the globe, and obviously polo. That's the man, and he can support that for you. Now, let's go a little further. I'm a little bit more advanced. I'm riding, but I want to go, Jan. I want to compete at a higher level. Where does that take us then? Where do the prices start going then for a polo?
I always advise the people with like the patrons to, if they want to buy a horse, they better to try themselves to play a couple of times and play the chukker and tournament. So then I would do, but that the horses start like, I will give like from $30,000 dollar till 100,000. It depends which level.
Or 350,000 dirham approximately. That's per one horse, right?
For one horse,
and that's well bred. What age are we talking here?
I always up to from 8 to 10 years.
So that's when they're mature.
Yeah.
They're at their prime. And obviously we go to the Rolls Royce of polo horses. I'm assuming it goes beyond a level. I mean, the top breeds, I'm assuming from Argentina, correct?
Yeah.
So let's assume you're the big boss and you're very smart and you're professional basically. What are we talking in terms of, give us in USD?
Oh yeah, it's almost more than $100,000 actually.
So we're at the $100,000
starting. If you are, you can start. You want a best top breed, from one of the Argentine breed. Of course, if you want to play
good
bloodline, talking about more than $100,000.
See, that's where I find it is fascinating because, like most, this sport of kings, that's why it's called the sport of kings. It's not for the faint-hearted. There's a lot of investment that goes in. A lot of it's passion.
Yeah.
A lot of the gents I've met through your good self, and we've met here networking in the club, they have their own businesses. They're entrepreneurs. They're leaders of industry, and this is their passion. This is like they're right, Jan, I'm coming down to play some jog. I want to hit some balls.
Yeah.
This is their passion. So they don't look at it as an event. They look at it as, I want to do this, right?
Yeah. Polo is the only sport they never make money. They only spend a lot.
What do they say? You want to become a millionaire, start a billionaire, and own horses.
Yes.
That's pretty much.
So that's the only game sports that they don't win anything. I think only in UAE, the only tournament EMAR, we have a prize money, 120,000.
And when is that? Just on that subject, you brought it up. When is the EMAR event, if I may ask, for people that may want to come and have a
it's in Feb.
So February.
Yeah, the final is on 15th of Feb.
So there'll obviously be a calendar, so we can set the calendar out, and people can come to see the events here, right? And the bipolar and
Yes, we have like we shared our calendar, and we have starting from October to end of April. So we have the club normal practice from Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, and plus we have every weekend, like after every month, we have one or two tournament.
Excellent.
And it's a high level and low level. And we have the kids tournament a lot. We have the academy adults tournaments a lot. We have beginners every time. So we almost cover everything.
It's a full calendar, basically.
It's a full calendar, yeah.
So there, what we discussed about the integration of real estate, sport, and wealth management. So we talked about the horses and the cost. And it is an expensive sport, but it's a passion sport. Yeah. And I've noticed there's a correlation. So people that have that tend to have a portfolio of real estate, correct? I mean, the gents you've introduced me to, they're either big developers, big contractors. So there is a good contrast between
Yeah.
the two. So they tend to correlate quite nicely. And especially Grand Polo, I'm sure you've had quite a few members interested in that particular development, right?
It's already most of the from somebody, one or two from here, and from other around the Middle East. They already bought the houses on the field side, and
They bought directly on the Polo.
yeah,
So they were epic. They were lovely.
Yeah.
What was the launch price of those? Just because there was 15, 17, was it?
so from the on the field side from 17 to 20 million.
17 to 20 million. So
Yeah.
we're talking, if we talk sterling, that's about £5 million, in fact, subject to
Amazing,
exchange.
yeah. But we have something new coming, and hopefully, when that's approved, I will announce.
I'm looking forward to that one.
Well,
So those that want a bit of an insight, give us a call, and Jan and I would love to walk you through that and give you some insights, early insight. Okay, just a couple more questions. This is more of a friendly sort of a Q&A, if you like, between mates. What's the one thing people don't know about polo in Dubai? Just give us a quick answer. What's the one thing they don't know about it, perhaps?
I think that thing is just for only one type of, like, one community. It's not for. It's for everyone.
For everyone.
It's for everyone. It's if you guys can, because I noticed that there was a time when the army used to play only and the kings play used to play. Now everybody's in. When you can afford it, of course, it's just only for the people who can afford the horses and playing polo. And everybody can afford. Actually, if you want to play high goal, you play more. You have to have more horse. You want to play low, you have to have less horses. But it's like for everyone, everyone. And we have a different nationality. We have a lot of different nationality, different culture, and from different country they are playing here with us. So it's for everyone. And
I love that. I love the fact it's inclusive and people can try it, because I know a few people actually that I've got a couple of friends, Hassan, you know very well.
Yeah.
He loves it. He's a guy in South Africa actually on a boot camp,
Yeah.
and he really wants to get in. He just loves it. It's his way of just saying, I want to ride and go compete. I want to compete, and this is drive. You know, it's great to see.
you know what we have done when we started Polo Academy, and the Kids Academy especially. So parents they are coming every time just with their kids and sitting there. Then we push the mummies, the mothers, to play polo. Now we have their moms playing polo with us. So this is how it's nice, it's amazing to see all the family.
And it's a family community. They can communicate. They come. They can enjoy the time on the polo fields. You've got these beautiful facilities behind us. You've got the F&B. You've got everything here. Swimming pool,
Yeah.
spa. It's perfect, right? Okay. So if you had to describe Dubai's polo scene in one word, what would it be?
One of the best in the world.
I like that. It's more than one, but we'll take that one. I think the potential is huge.
Yes.
Go on. This is a tough one. Dubai versus Argentina. Who's leading the future of polo?
Dubai.
Yes.
Yes.
We're there. Okay, we're going for number one.
Yeah.
Okay. And what makes polo more than just a sport in your eyes? Because I think we've crossed it, but define it, because you've been immersed in it, you've played it. What would you say defines it?
Actually, when you're on a horse and playing polo, you forget around the world. Like, you don't know what's happening, everything. So it's amazing sports. So that's why it's a team. This is an amazing team sports. And I think this was the first ever team sport start playing, like 1,000 years before. This is one of the other. It's give more confidence to the personality.
Yep.
Okay. It's like you are competing with the proper, like with your physical, mentally.
It tests you everything. It
Yeah.
tests everything. So emotion, physical,
Yeah.
mental, that strength.
And you are the one of, like, you riding a horse, which is, everybody love that. And
You feel at one, right? You feel everything's going. And because I know with you, and especially some of the caliber clients you've introduced me to, and the people that play, these are big guys.
Yeah.
Right. They have a net worth of X. I won't say how much, but they're well versed in the business. But for them, it's like, this is what I'm saying to you. It's like they have a bad day at the office. They get on a horse.
Yeah.
They've just done a multi-million-dollar deal. Okay, I want to ride my horse. I swear.
What's the good thing? Because with horse playing polo, of course, they are wealthy. They can afford and invest a lot in playing polo. But the nice thing, after when they finish playing polo, they sit on the grass. We do our side here. They start talking to each other. Of course, maybe most of them start their own business together. They know each other. The families know each other. And then after, they start traveling together around the world. This is a very amazing thing. I didn't see many sports to have.
It's very inclusive. I like the fact when I've been invited and a few of the members invited me, everyone's like, hello, how are you? What's your name? What do you do? Actually, instantly, talking of the Polo Homes and where we're based today, prime example, you even said to me, right, Martin, right, you're in the business. I like you. What you want? I've got a couple of owners here. I'll introduce you to them.
Yeah.
And it's like, these are like 40. One house there, by the way, has just gone through, I think, 60 mil. which is a record, which is villa number 2 and 3.
Yeah, owned by.
They sold it now. It was a record transaction. The buy Polo Homes was fantastic.
Okay.
But that just pushes where we are today, is that the Polo Homes is a premium community.
Okay.
You're around the Sporter Kings, and you just look around you, you've got everything here, which is fantastic. And you saw my wife and a friend and my horses. This is why we come here. Where did you get that in Dubai?
No,
You don't, right?
Yeah, no, not really.
And that's what I love about it. So what I like to say, Jan, is look, thank you for having us on the show today. We loved your insights. For those that want to know more about polo or equestrian living, feel free to PM me on the channel. I'll set up a meeting with Jan and myself. We can discuss how you can bring horses here, what boxes are available, and basic introductory questions if you're not sure. And yeah, thank you for your time.
You are most welcome, buddy. Thank you so much.
Cheers, my man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.